Sarah G. Allison, and I'm a hair expert, a trichologist of nearly 30 years. I've successfully helped thousands of men and women regrow their hair naturally. And I founded this company, Hair Today, More Tomorrow, and created a whole range of wonderful products that you can use at home to help you regain and maximize the hair that you have. So, tip number one from today is to stop stressing. So, I've been talking a little bit in my last few videos about stress and your hair loss. So, your stress in your hair is very, very important. I mean, stress can affect all parts of your body and have very detrimental results in any kind of way. And quite often it can turn up in your hair. So you may be one of those people where the stress actually affects your hair follicles. I mean, other people can have the stress affect them in their other internal organs. So that can be far worse, but it's quite stressful when you are losing your hair. And what do we need to do about it? Well, there are a few tips. So one I mentioned before is about positive thinking, mindfulness. I really recommend mindfulness. Also, meditation. So I do recommend 10 minutes of meditation a day, and that can really help. So you don't have to be an expert on meditation. There are lots of apps out there. Headspace is a very popular one, so you can download that onto your phone, and it gives you like a 10-minute meditation to do. So if you are using minoxidil, then there has been some research that shows that meditation, 10 minutes of meditation a day, actually really helps the effects of the minoxidil. So it's not, I do put this on people's treatment plans that are stressed about meditation. I don't think they really always understand how important it actually is. So it really does work. And if you're really stressed and really busy, people say, well, I don't really have time for that, but that's when you really need to do it. So I do understand that, obviously, but do try. It really helps. The other thing about stress that can really help is getting out into nature, stroking your pets, or being out with friends and having fun, doing some kind of hobby that you really enjoy. And playing sports or some kind of physical activity, but obviously it has to be one that you enjoy. Like some people really wouldn't like going to the gym. So if you're going to hate going to the gym, then that's not the one for you. Maybe play tennis or something else, swimming. But whatever happens to be the sport that you enjoy, there's no point doing it if you're really just going to hate it. It's just make you more stressed. So tip number two is one that I think you're going to be a bit surprised at, because my clients are always surprised at this one. And it's about washing your hair. Are you going to think that I'm going to tell you not to wash your hair as often? Because that's what people think I mean, but I don't. A lot of my clients, when they're coming to see me for the very first time, it's a very common situation that I get, that they have actually reduced how often they're washing their hair. So they're washing their hair so much less. And that is the worst thing to do. You need to wash your hair more often. So I recommend washing your hair every day, or at least every other day. As long as you're using good products, and as long as you're not doing too much heat styling and applying too many horrible products to your hair, then washing your hair is a really good way to help with the shedding. Now, for two main reasons. One is that it actually will help to clean your follicles. So you want to get your follicles nice and clean to get rid of any debris and pollution and flaky skin, like dead skin cells that are there, and any like dried sweat. Or so it's really important to keep your follicles nice and clean. It's also really important psychologically, because when you wash your hair more often, you will see less hairs actually falling out. Now, people think that when they wash their hair, they see loads of hair falling out, and it's very distressing for them. So I'm going to wash my hair less often. But I say, that if you wash your hair more often, then you will see less hairs falling out. Because if you wash your hair, say once a week, the number of hairs are just sitting on your head for an extra few days and then they're going to fall out. But if you wash your hair every day, it's going to be a smaller number of hairs that are actually falling out. Every time you wash your hair, it will be a much smaller number. And as I said, then psychologically, it helps to see a smaller number, but also physiologically, it actually really does help with the shedding too. So, yeah, it's counterintuitive. And so many of my clients do think, oh, yes, I don't wash my hair as much as I used to. So that one thing alone will really cure a lot of your problems, especially if you have a problem scalp. Yeah, it really helps. But just minimize the heat styling and any other excessive styling, then and obviously use good shampoos. I do have a really good range of organic shampoos and conditioners too. So it's really important to use the best quality. Don't use cheap shampoos. That's a false economy to use cheap shampoos. You can get my shampoos and hair products and supplements on my website. You can just go to the link below. Obviously, if you need a consultation as well, then I'd be very happy to see you for a consultation. That's all for now. So please like and subscribe and stay tuned.